Hi everyone, this is Lolly again at Creativation. We are going strong, day 2 of the showroom floor, and here we are at the Gelli Arts booth. And we already used some of the product, but we are excited to show you what they are doing today. And we're really into mixed media, it seems to be the focus of our Creativation journey this year. So we are here, and Tracy and Luann are going to take us through and show us what they're working on.
So, hi. So for Gelli Arts, we are the original gel printing plate. And we have sizes for gel printing plates from tiny up to a big 16 by 20. So we have a lot of different plates. And this year, for the show this time, we have some really cool new tools that we're demonstrating for people.
Look at the shapes.
So we have fun shapes. And the shapes, all these plates also come in packs.
Stencils? Oh, stencils.
Is that a business card size?
It is. It is.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, perfect. You need one of those, Lolly.
I need one of those.
And so we also sell boxes of plates, which we call class packs, for art educators and for workshops. So we have several different sizes of class packs for teachers.
Perfect.
So this year, we have some new tools, and we call them placement tools, because one of the most frequent questions we get from people is, how do I align my prints, print on top of print? So we developed some tools to help them get perfect alignment whenever they take a print.
Awesome.
So here's an example. This was done on a 6x6 printing plate, and you can see it's several layers, and it's all centered on the paper.
Right.
And that was done with one of our placement tools.
Is this what you're talking about right there?
So here is the tool. This is one of the tools.
Okay.
And so Tracy's going to show you how it works. The other tool somebody just borrowed, and they're showing to a whole group right now, so I can't show that, but
so what I'm going to share today is taking image transfers out of magazines to create. These just came directly out of like fashion magazines. So I've just pulled, So we're going to do that, and what I'm using is just an acrylic paint. This is Folk Arts multi-surface paint.
Okay.
I'm going to
I
roll
didn't know
this.
there wasn't a thing.
Oops.
there is.
Well, I
It's
didn't know
great.
you could do transfers. Yeah.
So I'm just going to take, this is just out of I think this is Vogue, and I'm just going to place this down, and then I'm going to just make sure there's no air pockets or air bubbles in here. And then I'm going to make a little prayer and hope that,
Yeah, right.
Lay hands on it.
and see if I,
That's cool. Wow.
and see how you're left with the words and the imprint. I always like the contrasting black and white. Yeah.
How does that work?
I know. Now this has to dry.
And does it need to be glossy magazine paper?
So, great question. Yeah, absolutely. Like if the fashion magazines, your like National Geographic, that type of thing. Also, you can print your own images, but laser printing, not inkjet. Yeah. And so this layer needs to dry. I'm just using a magic fan on it.
And if you get a hot flash, that's really great
Yeah,
too.
right.
I am, I'm not going to admit that on camera, but yes, this is what this was for. Was not for this.
But we also have videos on YouTube that show how to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it depends on the paint you're using, the magazine, as far as the different pulls that you're going to get. So I'm going to use white paint, but you can use any like yellows or any type of color that's just not dark.
Okay.
This is my first demo of the day, so I'm legit remembering. Now, as far as the perfect placement tool goes, this is the tool itself. You just line it up in the corner, and so every time you go to do a print, you just put it on the edges,
Right.
and then every time you'll get a perfect print.
Same.
Yeah.
Right.
So if I
Layered
go
in the same
over and
spot.
layer, yes. So if I use something over it, now this one you want to press down. I do. This one didn't work as well.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah. It's hit or miss on them. However,
It still
normally,
looks cool though.
yeah, and normally, like I said, I pull it every time. But I would
now just pull out
Just
think
pull
what
this. Yeah.
happens is,
But the words still show up.
Yep.
yes, and it's all about sort of the amount of paint you use.
And by the way, it's only when Luann is standing next to me that it doesn't.
Yeah. It's the
I should
intimidation.
have walked away. I should have walked away.
No, but yesterday I pulled this right off of just an ad. But yeah, see, I will continue to pull, and I actually will let this dry a little bit more, and I will continue to pull. But this, by using this tool, I am literally able to take like a stencil or my favorite stencil.
Does this transfer technique work with just regular acrylic ink, or does it have to be this multi-surface?
So I will tell you that the company has experimented with various paints, you know, because this is a folk art multi-surface. This one seems to have the best,
I figured you would,
The most consistent.
Yeah,
Yes.
except when we're pressuring.
well, I know.
Well, funny, most of them have been beautiful.
So literally,
They
I
are
said to her,
gorgeous.
the only time they don't turn out is when when the boss is standing.
But this is
Cool. It's really all about the layer. Like if she had put less white
Right.
paint on
Yep.
top, it would have pulled beautifully.
Yeah.
That is really cool how you can do that
It
now.
still looks neat though.
Yes,
So
yes.
I will say I've never thrown a print away.
Well, yeah, I was going to say this
I
is the
have
base
never-
for
yes.
something else.
Yeah.
I have literally never thrown a print
See,
away.
how cool
and I
is
will
that?
and I never like that is
Very
part
vintage.
of all of these will go in a little book. I will bind them all together. So what
Right.
I do is just bind them all together. But there's never a bad print, and I will draw over the top of them.
And what cardstock
Cool.
are you using?
So it's nothing really special. It's just a standard like white.
Yeah.
I don't even
It's,
Okay.
yeah.
There's not yeah.
So is it cardstock?
It is a
Oh,
cardstock,
okay.
but
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It is a cardstock, and like I said, there's so many like the factors that go into the quality of the magazine. Sometimes I've noticed like the advertising isn't as vivid as some of their like black and white
Right,
print,
right.
and I get the best prints when it's just like words or whatnot, and that's what I like in the background. This I went for her leopard suit, and that was but you can see it's a person.
Oh, I see her face.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
so. And they all pull differently.
No, this turned out so well.
I-
Look at that.
It's cool. This is one thing, you know, I have a jelly plate, and it just, you could go for hours, you know, because you're just like, oh, I don't want to waste that on my plate.
Yeah.
So I just am like,
Right, right.
keep on and going, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these, but they're so cool.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, these are just cards. So I take the print itself and then I draw over the top of them.
And you can stamp over the top,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then use your white gel pen on top
Yep.
of that.
Yep. These are postcards.
Oh,
So I like to have a
cool.
use out of things. I'm always like, because we get asked a lot. But
Yeah.
I will hand sew and do my own binding and just make my own book out of everything.
And then, yeah, the sewing
Oh,
really makes it
cool.
fun too.
Yeah.
But I love the shapes
Pretty
over there. And the
awesome.
business card thing is really cute. And these are just like, is
Yeah.
this,
And that's the catalog. If you scan that, our catalog is on the back. Or you can scan the QR code.
Ugh.
that's interesting. This is really cute too.
Let's see if I can put this up too.
And it tells you what they did for each one. And they hand stitched on that.
Oh, okay.
There's a little information on the back.
Perfect.
Shows you what they did.
So you can use alcohol ink on these, I
Look at
guess.
this.
Yes, alcohol ink, stamp ink, watercolors, crayons, everything. Yes, acrylic paints.
Crayons?
Yeah, you know the like the pastel watercolor like crayons. You
Okay.
can use those.
Look at
as
that
well.
transfer.
Wow.
Pull, continue to pull.
Wow.
And how do you clean yours off when you're all done for the day?
Great question. Baby wipe. I actually normally leave it, but if I just take a baby wipe to it, I can pull everything off.
And she's cleaning it off right now. Oops, excuse me.
I'm going to do one more image transfer because I got to get now that Luann's not standing next to me.
Yeah, maybe you'll be able to do
Fabric?
it, huh?
Is that a pillow or what are you doing for
Yes, fabric. Use fabric paint on the plates, and you will, and you can make jeans. And lots of examples over there. I think I had one. Oh, maybe I put it away. I had one. I was just printing on fabric yesterday.
how we'll forget things.
I like words in the back of my.
It's a nice element. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that one's gonna look neat.
So if you don't dry it as well, it might not transfer as well either.
So drying it is key. And here Florida is pretty humid. So I live in San Diego, so it's not, it's really arid. So I don't really even need a fan. I can sneeze and everything is dry. But here I've noticed, especially in the convention, it's pretty, it's kind of humid. The air is heavier.
It's
Although the weather has been
where I live in Colorado.
really.
Yeah.
I've been in your area.
You're brave not wearing a apron.
I do. Believe it or not, most of my clothes do have. I am a painter by. Most of my clothes do have paint on it. It doesn't bother me. But I literally am wearing like Houdini sleeves.
And you're wearing, yeah, you're wearing drapey sleeves.
I feel like I'm bound to get in.
And they have a little tiny braid too. If you, or some of the smaller, smaller shapes, like if you were doing that business
Those
card
little tiny
shape.
ones, yeah.
Lots of words.
That would
I
make
love
the
that.
coolest
And then she's
background.
got more on here that will transfer well with something else.
I keep the ghost print too is normally like I always tell people make sure you're printing the ghost print as well. So I'll take every layer off of this plate and just continue to work it.
Yeah. That's really interesting about the fabric.
Yeah, I've actually done that.
Oh, it does. It has a shimmer to it.
Oh,
Maybe it's
cool.
because something was put on top. I don't know.
Very
really cool.
neat. Very neat. Well, thank you.
And you could move that stencil even and put more dots.
Oh,
like
100%.
layered in another way, and it's just so many. Or rotate it, the other way around.
I would really love.
Oh, wow.
The white gel pen will really show up well on that.
Yeah, so what I do is I will cut all these out and just bind them all together when I'm done at the end of the show. So I always have
A book. That's really cool. Well, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank
Very
you.
fascinating.